Oh, okay, good. There we go. Oh, cool. There we go. Huh. All right, then. I should be live. Oh, closed my window. Didn't mean to close my window. Want to make sure I can see stuff. And it's time for email, I guess. Getting email, right? It's probably telling me that I'm live on YouTube. Let's see, YouTube. You're live on my channel. Oh, I'm live on my channel. Whatever. There we go. Okay, so yeah, there we are. I like what I'm seeing. Bob? Hey, what up, Bob? Hello, sir. Sir Bob. You don't have to call me sir. You know, we're all just normal people here. How you doing, Bob? Where you from? Give us the what's up. Grab a few people, bring them into the room. This is just an impromptu stream right now that I'm doing. Nothing very special. Of course, I'll be more than happy to answer some questions that you throw at me. And in the meantime, I'm going to be coding something new in the Algo. And then releasing it most likely tomorrow or the next day. That's what's happening in today's little stream. So let's get in here. There we go. Hey, I'm back. I'm also in this trade right now where I'm minus $240, but that's all right. Cool. That's fine. We'll just close that. I don't need that open. Right? There we go. Okay. Now. Zoop, 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 zoop. From the Netherlands, doing great, and you? Yeah, well, I'm doing all right. I'm in Texas right now. It's you know, it's a little cold here. It's the winter. I'm glad that you said the Netherlands because yeah, that's one of the places on my bucket list to go to. Very tranquil. You know, I'm just worried. I'm worried that if I ever go to the Netherlands, that I won't want to come back. So this is what you're looking at. This is TradingView. It's a charting software for live markets, for for the Dow Jones, for US 30, for Bitcoin. You can just get all kinds of things on here, and you use it for trading, right? Yeah, that's most of the people. That's what most of the people are watching when they follow this channel. And what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going into the code of an indicator that I created, okay? And which is this indicator here, right? Looks a little bit excess right now, but don't worry about it. I'm going to be altering some code because it's going to be doing some extra things for you guys. So I'm not sure if you're using it. It's the Heiken Ashi Algo. A lot of people are following with it right now. So yeah, so that's what's happening in today's show. And most of the people that come through and watch these live streams as well as catch the videos that I put up, they usually ask questions about how to enter and exit the market at the right time, how to do day trading, stuff like that. So you're using both of my indicators, the Bull Bear Power Void and the Heiken Ashi Algo. Thank you. And sorry, there's a little delay between the time I see your message and the time that it actually shows up, the time that you left it. So there's something actually happening with the Heiken Ashi Algo. You see that yours is called Heiken Ashi Algo, right? Mine is called Heiken Ashi Algo Pro version 2. That doesn't mean Pro version. That just means production version 2, okay? Also, the Bull Bear Power Void is getting a new little, what do you got? It's also getting an update too. Let me see if I can find this here. Void. There we go. I don't have it set as my favorite, I don't think. With background. There we go. So, there's another version of the Void coming out. What up from the East Coast? S. Stevens. Hey, bro. Yeah. Jesus Christ, bro. You're at the hospital still, man. Hope you're not having a bad night. I know how that can go. Bob, you were able to get the Mass Effect moving average before it got taken down. Good for you, man. Nice. Again, there will be another version of that coming out, which will be a pro version on that one. Bob, not Bob. I'm sorry, S. Stevens. I don't know your first name, dude. Stevens. Like I said, hope you're having a good day, and things aren't too rough at work right now. And like I said, you and I want to get together with you briefly tomorrow on Zoom. I'll be back home around. Honestly, I'll be back home around 11 o'clock my time, but I'm gonna be working with some things. So a few hours later, you and I will get to get together. Let me see. Studying my formulas. Good, thank you. Raven, that's it. Raven. Okay. All right. So Bob, like I was saying, you see that my version of the Bull Bear Power Void looks a little bit different than yours, right? So yeah, I really just changed the moving averages. So the columns are really just moving averages, okay? You just look at them as columns, right? I changed the colors. I'm doing something particular with them because I'm working on a scalping version, Bull Bear Void Scalper. There'll be a scalping version, okay? And it's got this new type of moving average in here. So it gives you, all it's going to do is it's going to give you volume breakouts. Okay, it's very important. It gives you volume breakouts. All of this extra stuff over here, you don't care about that. All you care about is where there was enough volume to break out of something. So let me see, I'm on a 5-minute chart. Give me a second here. I'm on a 5-minute chart. I need to set this to the 15-minute right there, right, for the high time frame volume. And setting it for a scalping length, right? Let me get rid of the background too, because we don't need that. Background is for something else. Background. There. Now, you'll see that price was running really, really flat here, right? See that? It's running really flat. And at the same time, this volume breakout stayed inside the void while price was running flat. Look at that. This is just awful, no volume, nothing going on. All this push to the downside, nothing happened. All this push from a high time frame, nothing happening until this breaks right outside of the void. This breaks outside the void, right? But it doesn't break out to the top. Volume is moving to the downside. There you go, right? Volume's to the downside. So you get a breakout and you get a breakout. A breakout of this range. It's saying, hey, poof, I'm out. But if you look closely, this broke out, but there was no volume breaking out with it. So the breakout is a fake out. The breakout's a fake out. Now, where is the next time that this breaks out? Breaks out here, and it breaks out here. You get green volume breaking out. That means it's breaking to the long side, right? You see? You see that? It's breaking out of the void, but it's green. So you break to the long side. Pow, right there. Enter a long position and wait. It's just giving you breakouts. This is awesome now, right? So the only thing you care about is that marker right there. Green breakout, boom, get up, start going to your long trade. Boom, breaks out to the long side again. Pow, you're good to go, right? And it keeps going up and you get your nice little trade. So the cool thing is when you move this to like a 1 hour time frame, it gives you insane results for breakouts. So when you've got your trend lines up and stuff like that, you'll know when you're going to break a trend line or not. So like you have a trend line that's basically doing this, something like that, right? Kind of. I'm guessing that's where it is. And you see here that price broke down to the trend line and then broke below the trend line. But what happened to volume? Volume is to the upside and it's broken out. There is no breakout of negative volume, nothing there. Here you get a breakout of negative volume with a green candle. I'm not going to enter long yet. Here's my breakout right here, right? I'm above my trend line. I get a breakout with green volume. I get a breakout with no red volume. Hey, I'm taking this trade. Let's go take profit too. Done and done. What happens? Trade over right there. This is some voodoo stuff that we got going on here. Now, let me catch up to your messages. Let me see. Using the message, just put it Raven. The algo and the stochastic RSI confuse me if I use it together. Algo going up and RSI going down. You mean the stochastic going up and the RSI going down, or the opposite? Okay. Here you go. Yes, Raven, we'll get together. So, Bob, so understand this. On your chart, you can have two moving averages, right? One fast, one slow. Okay. Imagine if you had a 5-period moving average and a 50-period moving average, right? You would have one moving really fast and the other one moving really slow. Okay. And that would look like here, like this. Let's just give you an example. Okay. Let me turn on the mass effect. I'll put on EMA 1 and EMA 2. Okay. And I'll make EMA 1 as a, I don't know, 9-period moving average, right? And EMA 2 is going to be a 50-period moving average. Okay? There. Now, what's this other one I have on here? I don't need this, whatever this is. Oh, I think I have the stop loss on there. Okay. So, essentially, what you have is like your fast one is moving faster than your slow one, right? And you see it moves up, great, this is moving up, wonderful. But then all of a sudden it starts moving down, but this is moving up. That's essentially the same thing that's happening with your RSI. It's moving down, and this is still moving up. It's moving down, and this is still moving up until they both move flat. You don't know what's going on. Okay, all you need to know is that the stochastic, let's go back here. I don't need this open, I just wanted to show that off a little bit. And let me just kind of, let me dwindle this down for you. Just kind of strip it down, right? Here, 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 here. It's going to have a whole bunch of stuff in it now. I'll leave the RSI and turn that up. Zoop. Make that 3. Stochastic. Don't need that. I just want to show you the stochastic and the RSI. That. I can stay. Overbought, oversold. Heinz background. We'll turn that off. Average RSI. You don't need that. And this. Out. Okay. So essentially you have an exaggerated version of this, right? Now, let's say you went and changed your stochastic to a different calculation. 833. Now what have you got? It's really going crazy. Okay, I get it. It can be confusing. The RSI is showing you where is the momentum. Okay, momentum is to the upside here. It's just saying that, hey, the momentum is on the upside. You should be looking for long positions. Okay. Now, that means if you have a 50-period moving average and your price is above it, you're looking for long positions. Okay? Never mind the RSI below the midline when your price is above the 50. Okay? Listen carefully. RSI is above 50, above the midline. Price is above the midline. You're looking for long entries. And that's usually, so it's not just go long. You have to have confirmations. Price made a swing high like here. Okay, it swung up and this is the high. Okay, it didn't really swing up anywhere else. It did right here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, there. Price came down, made a low, and then made a high here. Then it made a lower high. And then, right, it's making these little highs. Now, here's a high, a lower one, lower one, lower one. Here's your highest high, right there. You don't want to enter until you've closed, listen carefully, until you have closed above the recent high. Here's the high, right? That's the high. Let me fix that. So that's the high right there. This is also a high, and another high, but this is the higher one. The close of this candle is not higher than this, right? Turn it off. Close of the candle is not higher than this. Close of this candle is not higher than this. The close of the candle. This candle closes higher than that high. Great. Where is your 50-period moving average? You closed above the 50 and you closed above your swing high. Price came down and it swung up. Came down and it swung up. These are not swing ups. This is a swing up where it's bullish and it goes up. So this would be your entry. At that point, I'm just looking at the RSI. It's above the midline, right? CB. What's up, Carlos? Nice to see you. So yeah, your price closes above your swing high. It closes above your 50-period moving average. This is a good place to enter, okay? And for me, I would take the Fibonacci, go to the swing low, see, low, go to the close of this candle, and I probably would trade at take profit 2 because I'm inside the range. See, I'm inside the range. Go over here, right? Take my long position and be like, bloop, right there. Go to take profit 2, bloop, right there. And what happens? Trade's over before price comes down. There you go. Now, how is that relative to the stochastic? Okay, no problem. Let's pull this out so you can see what's going on here. And then I'm going to get to my coding, which will probably bore the hell out of you guys. Okay, so you can see that price is in an uptrend, right? You are in an uptrend. You tell that on a 1 hour chart, right? Okay, great. Here. Here's a low, an actual low right there. Cross through this low, go through this low, right? You got you got lows going up, okay? Let's just do this. This is a 1 hour chart. I know I'm in an uptrend, right? Okay. You do your analysis on a 1 hour chart. How would you two manage volatility? Raven, don't worry about volatility. All markets are volatile. Volatility is high and low at different points of the day. All you need to know is when is it volatile, okay? I think what you're talking about is how to handle volatility when you're investing. If that's the case, there is no way to manage that. You cannot manage that, period, and don't try. If you are trying to manage volatility during trading, you just need to know is when did trading open and what are high volume areas, times of the day. You can go to websites and find out when, volatility and trading volume go up and go down, like when they're flat or when they're really high. You can find those on other websites, and I'll be more than happy to send you an email about that one. It's just a quick link. I would put it here, but oh wait, I could actually put it in the chat room, couldn't I? Give me 1 second. Trading volume. Let me see. Market trading volume. Right? I think this is something where a website I went to before. Give me a second, guys. Almost with you. Volume. There we go. Market trading volume. Volume weighted. Nope. Chart information. Nope. 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 So yeah, I can't find the... Yeah, I'll have to find the email, the website that it was on a different day. But yeah, there's a website you can go to and actually find when markets are, when the type of market you want to trade in, like what time of day it's really aggressive volume and when it's very minimal volume. Okay. And I'll try and find a link for that if you don't find it yourself. We'll talk tomorrow. Anyway, so getting back to this, right? What is the stochastic for? Bob, this is for you. What is the stochastic for? Also, I want to see who else is in the chat room. Some people are hiding in here. There you go. Nope, not there. Here. There. There. Okay, there's like 31 people here. Where are you guys? Who else is here? Guys, feel free to chime in. It's all good. Okay. It's nice to have you here. Leave a message in the chat room. I like that. So. Don't worry, Raven. I got it. Okay, so we know we're in an uptrend, Bob. And this is where the stochastic comes in handy. Okay. I'm going to set it back to a little bit slower setting just so you can see it pretty easily. 21. Oh, hang on. 8, 3, 3. There we go. 21. We'll set it for 21. Like that. It's a little bit slower. Okay. It's got a nice movement to it. And I wouldn't necessarily suggest... Yeah, don't ask me about the Mass Effect moving average. I can't answer that one. Sorry. Besides, it's not the only thing we do here. I'm trying to get TradingView to list it. If not, I'm going to have to list it on my own website and release it there. But don't worry. It will come about. Anyway, so these crossovers, Bob, where the stochastic turns red and then turns green. Obviously, you know what it means when it turns red, right? It means it's crossed over and it's moving down. When it turns green, it's moving up. Okay, great. So how does that help you? You have to understand this. If I draw a visual for you, you'll get it. Okay? Just imagine this parallel channel. I don't need to extend left and extend right. Just imagine this parallel channel, okay? You want to be able to know when price has reached the top of that channel, okay? When is it going to start coming back down? And then you can enter into a trade to get to some point, right? And you want to know when price has reached an extreme and it's going to start coming back the other way. In the meantime, the RSI is doing what it usually does, right? Kind of looks like that. That's the RSI. Okay, see, same thing. Now, you're welcome, trader. Sorry I couldn't give you a more definitive answer, but that's what we got. So what you want to know is, here you go. Am I in an uptrend or a downtrend? Don't worry about the RSI. The RSI, I'm sorry, the stochastic is a faster version of the RSI, okay? And all you need to know is that. So basically, when the RSI is about to make a move up, the stochastic has already done it. When the RSI is about to make a move down, the stochastic has already done it. Okay, here you go. We'll get rid of it. Well, you know what? I'm just going to leave this on the chart here. There you go. Move this over here. Hey. Let's do the thing. Huh? There. There we go. Move that over. Now, look at the stochastic. Let me make it a little bit slower for you because I want to be able to see it properly. 833. We'll go with, I don't know, 2133. How about that? Nope, not good. There. So, what you want to know is, am I in a channel? And when am I going to be like moving up and moving down appropriately, right? Here's my channel. Not really my channel. There we go. This is kind of rough. I'm just kind of there. So now, actually I have it in the wrong place. Yes, roughly that's it. And then I take this. Hits a peak right here, hits a peak right here. Yep, hits a peak right here, hits a peak right there. We're pretty good. So it's a rough channel. It's not exact, okay? I'm drawing the channel there just for a visual reference because I want you to see what happens with the stochastic, right? So you see that the stochastic is in a downtrend. The RSI is kind of moving up, but you are hitting these levels, right? You're hitting the level of the 50 period moving average, right? Skip forward, breaks up real high. I want price to get down to the 50 period moving average. Okay, because it shows you a couple of things. Now, you see how the stochastic came down here? It got caught at this level, it moved up, and then it came down. Now, watch carefully. Not looking at the RSI. I don't care about the RSI. Okay? This reached this level, curved up, and it went down. Look at this price. It came down to this moving average. You see this moving average? The stochastic and price hit the moving average at the same time. They went up, they curved over, and they came down. If this curved down and the RSI came inside to the range, they broke through this level, and your price broke through the moving average and the channel, hey, there's a move down. This is basically telling you that price will continue in this direction after this breakout has taken place. That's what the stochastic is doing. It's showing you key levels of support and resistance that are or are not broken. So, perfect example here. I'm sorry, there's one other important thing that you need to know about the stochastic. With the stochastic, when you are in an uptrend, you only care when the stochastic turns up, okay? Stochastic comes down and it starts curving up. That way you know you can continue your uptrend trade, right? Because eventually, price will reach a peak, right? Price will reach a peak, and it'll start coming back down again. You just want to let it settle, let the price settle, and when you see the stochastic turn up again, you know that you can enter a trade when your price breaks a previous swing high, okay? Perfect example is right here. You see the stochastic is moving down. It's in this oversold area. It doesn't mean that price is oversold. It just that means that momentum is slowing down. That's all it is. This is the ebb and flow of momentum. The stochastic is the ebb and flow of momentum. So it's moving down, right? Let it play out here, right? Now this is on the downside, okay? It's below the zero. You have broken below your 50. W to you too, Raven. Price is broken below the 50, right? Below the 50 period moving average, but it didn't touch my trend line, so I'm not really worried. If you want, you can actually enter this trade. Your stochastic is saying, hey, momentum's still falling. The RSI is saying, hey, momentum is to the downside. Your price is saying, hey, I closed below the low of the last 50 candles. I'm pretty low. So you could literally trade from here to your trend line. Ta-da! The importance of drawing trend lines. So you could literally just do this. Short. If you want to catch a small move, go right there, stop at the trend line. Okay. Now, moving forward, you already caught that? You see how it rejected off my channel? That means the stochastic is going to start pulling back. You see the angle of the RSI is getting a little bit more flat. Here's the stochastic turning back up, right? I said I'm waiting for the ebb and flow of momentum. It's going to flow down, come back up, right? Stochastic turned up. RSI went above. Price shot way up above everything else. It's above the swing high. I don't know. Look at the close. Here's the close. Here's the swing high. Price came down and made a high higher than the previous candle. This one is not higher. This one is not higher. This one's not higher. None of these are higher. This one is. But it went above this. It's also above this. So I'm going to look for what? I'm going to look for a small little long position right here. I'm going to target my previous high right there. Catch that one. You could target the previous high. I'm going to go for the previous close. Caught it right there. Now, the only way that I knew that I can enter long here is the stochastic was turned up and the RSI was up. Pretty simple when you think about it. How would you prevent early false entry on the stochastic on that pullback? It's not in the lower green oversold area. Okay. Early, let me see. How would you prevent early false entry on the stochastic? Okay, Raven, I think you're talking about here, like where it turns green here, right? If you look, it turns green. It turns up, it turns green. But nothing has touched my moving average. And nothing has come near my trend line. Here's my trend line. I can't grab it now. Here's the trend line, okay? Here is my moving average. You see it? That moving average right there? I think you're talking about where the stochastic turns up here. Since my price is not closing below that moving average, below this trend line, I don't care about this. This is irrelevant to me. The turn up is irrelevant. The only time I care about it is when it's trying to tell me that price needs to break a key level. That's it, okay? Now, Raven, I'm going to tell you something ahead of time. Spoiler alert. You spend 20 minutes with me on a Zoom call, and you're going to learn more in 20 minutes than you have tried to figure out in 2 years, okay? There's a lot of stuff to know, and I'm going to show you a lot in 20 minutes, but you have to be ready, okay? Now, and if we look at the stochastic again, look, it curved up here, right? And it broke above. You see how the candle tried to close above here? I'm just letting it continue through, right? I'm just letting it continue through. It breaks through the plus 10. My candle breaks through the 50 period moving average, and the stochastic is still moving up. Now, you need to understand something about the algo and every single RSI oscillator, okay? This area does not mean overbought, and this area does not mean oversold. So Raven, Bob, and all of the rest of you, stop thinking that this is oversold and this is overbought. It is not. I designed the algo to tell you exactly when something is overbought and oversold. And the way you can see that is in the candles themselves, okay? So let's take a look. Let me hit the reset on everything. Reset, okay? Now, I want to show you something here. Let me just get rid of a few things that you don't need to see here. The Heinz background, you don't need to see that. We need this, okay? I want to show you this. There. And we'll get rid of these pivots. Now, guys, yours do not have these trend lines on them, okay? But they will soon. Imbalance, we can get rid of that. There's another moving average here for you guys, which you could choose to use this moving average or the previous moving average that was in it. I don't want to take any tools away from you. There's a moving average here, and there's another moving average here. They look like they both do the same thing, but they don't. Don't worry about it, okay? And they pivot high, pivot low. There we go. So RSI is there, stochastic is off. Great. Now let's go here. I want to show you something. You see how these green candles, okay? You see these green candles? These are oversold. They're oversold. This is oversold. But look, this is just the midline of the RSI. These are oversold. They're appearing outside of the RSI and the RSI moving average. So let me go back here, put up the moving average, make it thicker so you can see it. Okay, now you should be able to see the moving average pretty easily. You see it? There's the moving average, right? So this candle, this one is overbought. This one is overbought. The open is here. So wherever this price was purchased at, this is overbought. Okay, this is the opening where price was bought and then sold. It was overbought. You don't want to trade this. You don't want to do anything here. You can if you want to scalp, try and catch something to the downside. Why am I saying this? Here is the envelope of the RSI. Basically, you have an RSI, right? Let me turn this off. Now that you got that visual sense right there, okay? Oh, let's put on the RSI. So you can see the candles are inside the RSI and they're inside of the RSI moving average. So what you have is the RSI and the average of the RSI. You can consider that the average of momentum. You cannot buy something outside of its momentum because then it's overbought or oversold. So these are overbought. Price was coming up and it got overbought. So then the average RSI had to catch up with it. Then it became a decent number, like this would have been the mean price. So if I mark this price level on the chart, price most likely goes up and then comes right back down to it. So let's take a look. So this turned into a good price level, okay? And I'm assuming that price moved up and came back down to it right around here before it became overbought again, oversold again. So let's take a look at the chart. Let's get rid of this and turn off the moving average, whatever that is, right? So this was the average good price. There. And this was probably the next price that it became a good average. Okay. Let's do this. There. Now, this area. Let's see what happens when price zooms out and comes back to this area. Looks like that was relevant in the past anyway, right there. It's got a nice hard stop right there. And this one is a hard stop right here. It's a nice support area. Does price continue up and come back down to it? Well, let's find out. Because this was the average price and this was the next average price. There you go. Price came right back down to it. Tap, tap, tap. Is this still a good average price? Looks like it's actually, it took less force to the upside to make this an average price. So you have an average price, and then it took more people to push it down to that average price. So that tells me what? You have a nice move to the upside coming. If it took more force and more momentum to bring it down to that same price, right, than it was 2 times before, if it took more force, then I'm thinking this is going to a nice high level. Okay, great. I'm going to enter. When I see it break a swing high, here's the swing high. I would enter here. Look for that swing high right there. Trade to here. There's my trade. Pull up 1%. Let's go. Boom, done. So, you guys ready for some voodoo shit? There you go. If you understand the theories and psychology of what happens when price gets to an average price, or when RSI and momentum, okay, the RSI and the momentum, what it takes to get them to that same level. If it takes more force to the downside to get it to that level and they can't keep it there, then it's going to go to the previous swing high. Absolutely. It's going to go to that previous swing high. And that previous swing high is, let's copy this one. There, right? That one. So price ended up going, definitely came here, and it definitely went to that previous swing high right there. And then price came down to it again, and you easily could have said, okay, I'm getting in and I'm going to this previous swing high right there. Right? And sure enough, price did that. No problem. Where's the new good price? Well, here it is. Here's the new one. Now I'm waiting for the next time it does that. Right there. It did it here. It did it here. It didn't take much to get there. Okay. Looks like price is going to go up again. Well, didn't take much. It took a lot to push it down. Looking for that other high. Right around there. Another support level. Let's go. So it came down to this level again. It came down really low. Tap, 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 right? It looks like it took a lot to push it up, and it was a trickle down. So it's going to waver around for a little bit. I can't tell exactly where it's going to go, but there you go. There, it finally did it. Right there. And it's probably some market opening or something like that. Oh, this is the middle of the night, midnight. That is some serious market manipulation stuff right there. That's midday. So I'm going to call this, this is the place where, what do you call it? The Fed had an announcement. That's what that was. But at least doing this, you could see like where they're going to go to, kind of. So delete all this. I don't need this. Want to see where my trade is. Ooh, I am 300 deep. I'm expecting it to go to a certain level. Okay. That's on a 1 hour chart. Not worried about that. All right. So any other questions, guys? No? How would you prevent early? Okay. So yeah. So yes. All right, Raven. So I'm glad I was able to answer that question for you. Fairly simple, right? You're looking for key levels. You need to draw your support and resistance. Like always draw your support and resistance. Always, always, always draw support and resistance every single time you start your charts, because you need to have them on there. If you don't have them on there, you're doomed to fail. There. And there's a nice one here. I see one right there. There. Okay. Now, doing this. Let me lock all of these. Can I lock them all? Boom, done. Great. It always goes in one direction, and the reverses hard during Fed announcements. Yes, and that is because what they do is this. They do it on a large time scale. They do what's called a Wyckoff strategy, right? So you need to find the lows, right? and this is something I'm working on right now. The day before, it'll have a big drop, and it will not reach the previous high. So I want to know what that angle is. I also need to, and I just need to know, I don't want the overbought area. I want to know just a regular high to the next high right there. That's what I want. Then I would look back even further. This is a cascading move down. I want to know where this intersects. All of this to me is overbought. For them to do this, this has to be overbought. So it came all the way up here. Here's the V. Here's this. Here's this. Here's my high. Here's this one. Right there. Intersects nicely. We're good. Where is my support and resistance for this day? Right here. There. Looks like a lot of stuff, right? Lock it up. But, let's see. February 1st, right here at 4 a.m. There's a downtrend here. There's an uptrend here. And what they did was they put stuff right into a little trap area. Like it's no man's land. Like this looks terrible here, right? There's just nowhere to go. People get in, they analyze the market, like, I have no idea. It didn't break the previous high, so I'm probably going low. My low is not lower than the previous low. Like, I've got nothing. I've got the worst shape possible. You have a perfectly symmetrical triangle. That is awful because, I mean, look at that last candle right there, right? Nothing to do. So, let's go with, let's see, we're here. Scalper. Okay. Now, see what they did here? High volume and current volume are neck and neck, but all of the breakout volume is just inside the void. There is no breakout volume. Nothing, right? Just gonna pinch this down. This is the reason you need to keep volume on your chart. Always put volume on your chart, right? Right now, it's 2 a.m. February 1st. The announcement came through at, what? My time, it would be 12 noon, right? So here we are. Opening session is where? I think it's that. It shows at 6:30 on my chart. And that's right here. Opening set. Oh, can I not get? Oh, I can't get it. Okay, let me go down. 5 minute. 6:30 my time is New York session, where it opens up. Okay, and I'm looking for a breakout volume of this area. That's what I'm looking for. Look, getting close, right? 5 pre-market orders, right? Here we go. Pinches back in. I see current volume, bullish, going to the upside. This one dipped down. Here it comes. It's the green one's trying to get to the upside. Trying to get there. I don't have a breakout. There. Right there. Volume is the answer every single time. Okay? You've got orders coming into the upside. You do not have breakout volume. You have orders coming into the upside. Not yet. Okay. This is where market opens. Market opens. Immediately this goes from the center to the top. So what are we going for? Here's my breakout, essentially. This is a partial breakout. Not near my trend line. I'm still waiting for a breakout of that volume. There we go. Now I've got a breakout, and this is to the downside, but it is not outside the void. What happened with my high time frame volume? Ooh, I got to fix that. 15 minute. There we go. So, bullish is diminishing. Bearish is rising. Okay. It came up, curve down. Came up, curve down. Everything is on the downside. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. Not at all. So what I'm looking for is to the downside, to the downside. I'm looking for a buy here. Where was that breakout? Right here, right? I want to buy here. I want to go long to here. That's what I'm looking for. They poked out the top twice. They poked out once. They poked out twice. I don't trust them. Stop loss is going to be below the trend line. Let's test it, shall we? We're going to test this out, see how it works. Again, this is just an analysis. It's not perfect. Moves up, moves down, moves down, moves up. Now, I bought orders, right? What happened? Just a couple of minutes into the market. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 minutes into the market. Exactly hit the mark. Right there. How you like that? It always goes in one direction and moves the other way. Yes, that's right, Raven. You're absolutely right. Now, big wick sticking out the top, but I see a lot of close is really low. This would be nice if I'd be able to trade this the other way too, right? So I got in there. Catch the close, right? Catch the close. Go to that swing low. If you want, to the trend line. I'm gonna try this. I don't remember what it looks like here, but we got a lot of breakout volume going on. Not setting a stop loss because, well, I mean, they just created a new high in the market, right? So stop loss up there. Down to the low. There you go. Caught both. Caught it both ways. Looks like the analysis, looks like the theory that I have is actually working. Works on replay. But again, I have to refine it. So just to keep you apprised, again, this is for you, Bob, if you're still around. You remember that stochastic? Stochastic. What was the stochastic doing at the first trade? Here's opening session. Stochastic was moving up. Catch that one up there. And then what? Stochastic curved down. It curved down. This curved down, okay, went below my support. Wait, where's that support level? My support level's here. See, price came down hard, got stopped. Long rejection right here. Price is below my support level. That was created on the previous. I'm below the support level. Stochastic is down. RSI is to the downside. Moving averages sloped downward. I have still breakout to the downside. Go down. Go down. Look for your target. Trend line. You're done. So, hope that helps you out, guys. Now, what do we do from this point? I see a lot of volume going on. It's exceeded that one. Probably catch a few more pips going this way. Oops. So my entries here. Here's this for my stop loss, right? Swing high is here, but actually swing high is right there. That's a swing high. So they created all this momentum in the market and they can't initially stop it. I think they're going to get first to this level and then they're going to get to some support area that's down here. Some minor support area. So let's see where that is. Oh, right there. I'm looking for a nice fat candle that came down or a fat candle that went up into this area. Big fat candle right here. Really big candle right here, right? Really big, fair size, long wick out the bottom. So that means it's really pushing up here. This is a support level. I like this level. Okay, so what are we calling this? Take profit 1 and take profit 2. Ooh, whoa, that's really far, huh? So take profit 1. TP1. And what? TP2. Let's see how well it works. Bloop. Let's go. Be nice to me. Ta-ha-ha. Pow, pow. Got them both. That's some nice looking stuff right there. Okay. Anyway, big retracement. Yeah, this is usually a 50% retracement on stuff. Usually. Let's see how this works. There's a strategy to do this. Price made a rally down. You're going to go for a 50% retracement right here down to this level. And then you trade long. From here, you get back in right to here, which is that high. I'm going to go for the close of that candle right there. Let's go. Boom. Caught it. Pow. Right through it. From here to here. Done. So, that would have been really nice if I was able to trade that on that day. But, you know, it requires analysis that I wasn't prepared to do at the time. But I'm glad that this took place, and I was actually watching it take place live because I was able to see it on a 5-minute chart, like what it was doing. And it's really cool. So anyway, let's see what's going on here. There. Stream health. Stream is healthy. Okay. So anyway, guys, not sure like what you guys are prepared to be watching here. If you want to ask any questions, stuff like that. Go over here, live chat. There we go. Now I can actually see your questions and stuff. How are you that predictable? Jeez, how long have you been doing this? Sorry, Raven. There is just sometimes you can see things in the market. There's a million things that I know about when it comes to price action. I know a lot more about price action and how candles will move, right? For example, here, let's go to, I don't know. We'll go to Bitcoin right now, right? We'll do that. I don't know what we're looking at right here. Not sure. Just so you know, nobody could say, "Hey, you've seen the chart already." Let me just kind of shrink it down there, and then go backwards. Okay, there we go. That's as far as I can go right there. That's it. Go to the replay. Somewhere around here. Now I can't see these, right? I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go to let's go to a 1-hour chart. Change the mass effect to EMA 3 and the overall. EMA 3 is a 100. Nope, I want EMA 2 and the overall. There. I should be using 3 EMAs, but that's all right. No, I'm going to turn on a couple of other things that I use. Volume trend backwards. Line fills and lines. There. There. So, oh, that's too many lines, huh? So using price action, understanding how candles move in the market, the way they're supposed to move in the market. He can see voodoo. It's God's energy of the markets and his blood. I don't know about that. Yeah, the demons of the market, right? So anyway, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have failures too. Don't get me wrong. I have failures too. Okay. What do I need here? I don't need to see these. There. I don't need those. So I'm just using 2 EMAs, and this is just showing me where my order blocks are, stuff like that, right? How about I use, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just go with this. All right. And I'll do my support and resistance levels. Right? Support and resistance right here. This one is support turned into resistance. This one is here. I don't really like that one. Not too much. I'll draw it anyway. Okay. Oops. There. Looking at a previous day. Always have your support and resistance, right? That's kind of good. I kind of like that. That's it. That one. That one. Okay. It's enough to make things work. There. Okay. So it looks like it's got a lot more towards the top of this price than it does towards the bottom. Here's also another one that turned into it. here. I don't really need them this high because price is way down here. Now, trend lines, right? Need your trend lines. Always draw your trend line. So where are we? I see my, here's a low, higher low, but I'm looking at price action right now, a little bit. So I've got a high, low, higher high. There's a break of structure here. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Yep. Okay, so this is my trend. This is where my trend begins. Right around here. Somewhere around here, there. Roughly. Yes. Right around here. Something like this. There we go. Pretty much. Okay, did my analysis on a 1 hour chart. I'm dropping down to a 5 minute chart, right? And now I can see where I am. I can see my targets. I can also see my order blocks, right? I can also see things in price action. Let me just use. Hang on a second. I want to see the messages that you guys are putting up here. Let me see. Believe we only see the tip of the iceberg because when Eric stars showing voodoo magic, you might go crazy. So for the rest of you, just to give you a little insight, C8 or C8, who is in the chat room right now, he has been on Zoom calls with me a number of times, and I'm sure he can tell you that some of the things that I have been able to show him are these like voodoo, wild, like just really magical kind of things. Like I hear him on the other end of the Zoom call and he's like, oh my God, how do you figure this out? How do you do this? Where does this come from? It's like some really wild stuff, right? So anyway, so that's what that is. And C8, he's been trading for a while. Let me see. Raven, you're like, would you recommend the Heiken Ashi algorithm with the void volume as a combo that is effective? A lot of times I see too many people and even me using too many if the same type of indicators like. So I'm not even going to get onto your next statement where you're saying 3 momentum indicators and using blah 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 whatever. Okay, so let me clear something up for you. On your charts, you only need 3 things. Okay, you only need 3 things. You need to know where your moving averages are because you need to know what your average price is, right? You need your moving averages. You need your actually I don't have my screen up, right? You need your moving averages because you need to know the average price. It will show you the average direction of the trend. Okay, so you need to know, am I trending up or am I trending down, right? And you can tell that by drawing your trend line. That is the overall trend. But you need to know, what is it currently doing in the short time frame? I'm on a 5 minute. I drew this on a 1 hour. So this represents the trend in the course of an hour. This is telling me what's happening live in 5 minutes. Okay. So, and what's happening? My fast one is moving towards my slow one. So I don't want to do anything. Oh, now it's moving up away from the slow one, away from the slow one. So now I'm getting a better average price because I want to go long or I want to go short, right? Okay. So you need your moving averages. You need a momentum oscillator, right? Momentum oscillator, which is the RSI. This is just a super high powered version of the RSI. So let me just kind of dwindle this down here and here, right? So 1, 2, I don't need this anymore. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here. Relative. I'm messing that up. Now, and then this, right? So there's a lot of volume oscillators. Okay. I just don't like them. So you need just basically 3 things. You need to know where your average price is, which is your moving averages. You need to know, am I in an uptrend with momentum or am I in a downtrend with momentum? And you need to know your volume. Is the volume to the upside or the volume to the downside, which means volume is gaining or diminishing, right? So this doesn't really help you, right? But what if you just did this with it? There. Now you can see what it looks like. You see volume to the upside and volume to the downside. You can do the same thing with the RSI if you want to. RSI here, make it columns, yellow, just easier for you to see. And the average is like that, right? Now look at it. It doesn't really help. You can see when it breaks out, you know. You can't see when it breaks out to the downside. You just can't see that. There. So let me switch that out because it's not really helping out my cause right now. Make it black and make it really thick. So you need to know, is your momentum to the upside or downside? And you can see here it's all to the upside, right? Until it gets here. Now it's to the downside and it's below your average. Oh, I'm sorry, here it's to the downside. There. So, and you need volume. So why do you need just these three things? Okay. Here's what happens. First, you have volume. Okay? Without volume, nothing exists. Volume means that there are people buying and selling, and they're buying and selling in quantities. Okay? Then, when you have volume, you have momentum. Okay? You have momentum. Here, there's a large amount of volume compared to here, right? All of these are pretty flat. Look at that. Volume comes up to here. This one barely breaks above, barely breaks above. This one gets really high, right? This one gets really high. And price starts to just make whatever kind of move it needs to make. Get rid of this. This is also why I don't like these volume oscillators, and I came up with a better one. What's the period it's looking at? Oh, Jesus. 14. 50. There. So, and you can see like volume is just diminishing greatly and price comes down. So, you need volume to create momentum. You need momentum to move the price. That's how that works. If the volume is to the downside, then the momentum gets pushed down. Momentum is not slowing, it's just now to the downside. So volume is to the downside, momentum is to the downside, price goes to the downside. Look what happens. It breaks below my 50 period moving average. Retest off of the moving average. And this is the most amount of volume to the downside. Here's your short entry. Yeah, sounds very confusing, right? Don't worry. You just need to know that you only need three things and study those three things. Volume, momentum, average. That's all you need. Okay? I can get rid of this now. I can get rid of this now. There. But this is also why I created the bull bear power void, right? There. And let me put that other one back on the chart. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. So, a volume oscillator versus the bull bear power void. I want a 5-minute chart. I want to set this for 15 minutes. There we go. Now, set this one here. Columns. Okay. Oh, also. Short length, I don't know, we'll call it 20. Fast length, 50. Why not? We'll just do that. So, here's my problem with volume oscillators. They're showing you that you have volume to the upside, right? It says volumes to the upside. Okay, people are going to start entering long trades. What good is that? Look, why are you entering long? Price is here. It's falling. You see that? Again, volume is to the upside. Let's bring this down so you can see. Volume starts moving to the upside. It gets really high right here, but price keeps falling. Well, that's not helping you out at all, is it? That kind of sucks. That doesn't work. The big mistake people make is they keep looking at the volume in this area. The only time you care about volume is when it breaks from one side to the other, right? But volume breaking from the downside to the upside means it's going long now, right? But look again, price falls down. Why? This is not telling you who is in control. This is telling you what is in control. Sells or buys. That's it. You need to know who's in control. This is why I created... Let me get rid of this stupid thing. I don't like this anymore. Bye-bye. This is why I created this oscillator instead. Okay? You can clearly see that at that point in the other oscillator, it said volume went to the upside. Yeah, great. A lot of volume. That's all it's saying. This is a lot of volume. But you can clearly see that high time frame volume on the 15-minute and the current volume on the 5-minute is to the downside. Why are you trading long? You should trade short. Probably get down to your previous swing low, right? From here to your previous swing low, right? That looks like this. From here to whatever that value is and go straight across. You get out of the trade right there. Right at the tip, you're done. Nice and even. So, volume trades to the upside now. Ooh, look at that. Now it crosses to the upside. High time frame is nice and high. Here's your candle. It's above the 50, right? Bang, I'm getting in. Here's my swing low. Where was that? Oh, that's right here. So I know I'm in an uptrend because I'm above my 200 and my 50 is above the 200 and I'm not touching. I don't have to break through anything, right? Nothing here. I go from low volume to high volume with high time frame volume on the upside. That's right here. There's my swing low. I'm going to go either directly to my next support level, resistance level, or I'm going to use the Fibonacci. I'm going to put that white line on the close of that candle. I don't want to use this candle though. Why? This candle closes inside the void. I want this candle. It closes outside the void. So I want to put it on this candle. And then, since I'm in an uptrend and I'm going with the trend, I want to go to take profit 3. Here, right? There. Take profit 3. I get a little wick that saves me. Right there. Trade's over. Then you wait for the reset. What happens? Light candles, light candles. I'm not touching this until I get another couple of candles that are different colors, or I get a breakout, right? This comes down, I need a breakout. What's this breakout? High time frame green, high time frame dark blue. This means I'm going to trade up. Let's go. Swing low to here on the close, take profit 3 again, right there. Done. Then I wait for the reset. Price comes down, goes up. It's breaking above my support level, right? Breaking above my support level. I can look for the previous swing high. Somewhere way, way over here, right? But I got a couple of trades and I don't want to do it. Also, when you do these, you have to look for divergences, right? Divergence. We're talking about here. These two. We're talking about these two right there. I'm trying to trade here after this was formed. These two were formed, right? And I'm trying to trade this. That's dangerous. Look. See the divergence? You get an RSI here and an RSI low here. You get prices here and here. So that's a divergence. I'm not taking that trade. I'm not going to bother. Price gets up there, but I'm not going to do it. It's too dangerous. I'm going to wait for something to break below that level. Most likely, my RSI breaks below the level here. Okay. From here, breaks through that level. Here, take profit 3. I get out. Let's see here. When we can use Mass Effects. Nicholas Howard, no one can use the Mass Effects yet. It's not available. Sorry. I can't tell you when. That's like asking a mechanic how long is it going to take him to change the brakes on your car. He has to start the job. He has to finish the job. And then it has to be done. It's guys, keep in mind, it's not up to me when TradingView releases it. It's only up to me to give them the info. That's it. Okay. Once I give them the info, it's in their hands. I can't do anything about it. All right. So anyway, so what I was doing today, I like the way this looks. This is awesome. This thing looks awesome. I love this. Anyway, But I'm going to recode this because I just realized there's something wrong with it, and it should be giving you more information. For example, like this. If you'll notice, there. If you'll notice, price starts falling right here. Same time you get a red. Same time you get red in here. And that basically means that the bulls are interrupting the bears. Bulls are interrupting the bears. You're green, you change to red. Bulls are interrupting the bears. Boom. Price reverses. There's a reversal that takes place here. And I think, and I was talking to C8 about this too, there's a reversal that shows up in the algo as well at that same time. And there it is. Right there. C8, there's my confirmation. The reversal also takes place in the center. Look at that. It has to take place below center. C8 knows what I'm talking about. There's the reversal candle, and it takes place below the midline. It's bearish. I bet if the other one takes place above the midline, right, with the RSI and the moving average in different zones, then yes, that would be the bullish one. So C8, you know what I'm talking about. It's a reversal candle. So image is frozen, huh? Hang on. Let me take a look. Nope, stream says healthy. Not sure why. Yeah, I don't know why it's frozen. It's kind of strange. Let's see what's going on here. You guys can still hear audio though, right? Is that right? Let me know if you guys can still hear the audio. Oh wait, why don't I do this? Is the audio still working? There we go. How stupid of me. I could have just typed it into the chat room. Alright, cool. Thanks, Larry. Hey, Larry, when did you get here? I didn't see you step into the room. Yeah, I'm not sure why the video is frozen. Your audio is perfect. Really? You guys hear music in the background? I don't know what's up with the video. It's weird. Let me see. Let me check something here. There. Hang on. I'm just doing something to the... There we go. Okay. All right. You should be able to see the video playing now. Thank you. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for letting me know there was a little issue. All right. Yep. There we go. Cool. All right. So what I was doing today is... Hey, who sent me messages? There we go. What? NFT? Where are you going to put the NFT? C8. The NFT... I'll get to your message in a second, Bob. The C8, you're asking me about the NFT. It will be... Well, I'm not sure what you mean by where am I going to be putting it. Are you like, what kind of network am I putting it on? I know it's going to be an Ethereum-based NFT. You'll probably just be able to buy it directly from my website, which will be coffeeshopcrypto.net, right? I already own coffeeshopcrypto.nft. Let me put that up here. Well, yeah, you know what? I don't want to send you guys over there because I still need to do like security and all kinds of things to that domain. But when you go there with your browser, when you go to your browser, it should forward you directly to the regular website. Let's say NFT for what? Access to the site. So, Bob, the NFT is going to be for something I'll tell you in a second. Can you put these indicators like the Algo and Boulevard Power Void in one indicator like list form? Okay, so Willowdean, no. You cannot put the RSI, the Algo, and the Boulevard Power Void inside of each other because there is something called an unbound indicator and a bound indicator. Like here, you can see that this works off of an RSI. The algo works off of an RSI. And the code is bound. It's supposed to be bound from 100 to 100, right? But in my case, I have made adjustments to it. So it's actually bound from 0 to 50, 0 to minus 50. So it's a bound indicator. It's locked. It cannot go beyond 50. The bull bear power void, however, can go eternally. Like volume can keep shooting up into the thousands. So you can't put an indicator unbound inside of an indicator that is bound. If you do, the algo will look like this. And you'll end up having the void on top of your, what do you call it? Here. You'll end up having the void on top of your RSI, and it won't work. Let's go here. I'll give you an example. Move to existing pane above, right? So the scalper's there now. Algo's here. Turn this off. Yeah, I don't see it now. It's all gone. Oh, that's why. There. And then the MTF. Visual order. There. So now, this is the algo and the bull bear power void on top of each other. If I did the code, it would do the same thing. As you can see, if I try and look at the algo and the void together, you can't see them, right? The only way it would work is if the algo had no shape to it. Nothing. You would never be able to tell what's happening. So you can't do that. There. Do this, and pull the scalper off. MTF void. There. That one's off. That's that. That's that. Okay. Hope that answers your question. What else was the other question here? Had to pause a bit, but I'm live now. Thank you for your explanation. Over the sarcastic. Can you explain the def box again? Def box? How to draw them and when to enter. Def box. What are you talking about? Divergence box? Is that what you're talking about? I don't remember what you're talking about. Could you also enter at around 4:30 when it crosses the minus 10 and use the Fibonacci tool and take profit 1 as it's a counter to get near 4:30? Oh, sorry, Larry. I think I've already moved the chart. I've already moved the chart, so I don't really know like what you're talking about there. Let me see if I can find that. There. 4:30, you said? I guess you were talking about 4:30 on the time frame. Here. Where's my price? There. 4:30. So, there's nothing here to really tell me at 4:30. I hope that's what you're talking about. There's nothing really here to tell me like that this trend is going in any direction. This is like, it's not telling me anything. Even the algo gives me a little, like a tiny doji candle. There's nothing here. So I hope I understood what you were talking about. The scale's on the wrong side. So anyway, I don't need the volume thing here because I'm not really using it. I was supposed to be sitting here an hour ago coding stuff, guys. You got me with all these questions. If you may, Willadine? Okay, not like that. Willadine, you can may something, whatever. It's frozen at the moment. Frozen? Really? What's going on with that? Let's go here. Frozen again. Transition. There we go. Okay, we're good. It would not be on top of each other. Not sure what you're looking for, Willadine. If I can look at, any oscillator? Oh, you mean the oscillator that's called the any oscillator? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do in, what I was actually trying to do in today's video was I was actually going into the code for the Heiken Ashi algo. It's like 300 and something lines of code, right? I'm going into the code. And where's my thing here? I wrote the code out in my Google Docs. And I am looking to do, let me see. Resistance equals this, that. There, I wrote this code out that I want to see. RSI MA1, RSI MA2, okay, MA1, MA2, okay, good. There. What we got going on now? Indicator called. Willadine, I guess the indicator is called the any indicator. No, here's the thing. No, I do not want to put the algo and the bull bear power void together. I just flat out don't want to do it. Because there are some people that only trade volume, and there's others that only trade the RSI. I don't want to make it confusing. That would be way too many things on top of each other. And you'd probably spend 10 or 15 minutes just like turning settings off. That would just be ridiculous. You know, that's just too much. So how you guys like my code? Like, it's like looking at the matrix, right? Like, it's like looking at the matrix. Is the scalp indicator for all time frames. The scalp indicator is going to be another version of the bull bear power void that is specific for low time frames, but you will still be able to gather information from high time frames with it. Like it has, you know, you can see the high time frame volume while looking at the current time frame volume. You'll still be able to do that, but it will have settings that will be more specific, and it will have a linear regression code built into it that will help you with very fast moving charts. Very fast moving charts are the low time frame charts. And I've come to realize, like, or for me, linear regression is a nice thing to have on fast charts. For example, you actually have in your algo bob, okay, inside your algo, you actually have a linear regression moving average, okay? Right now, your moving average is, this one is the, what do you call it? The smooth moving average, right? But on the moving averages, you have a moving average type for RSI. You have a linear regression. LSMA is the least squares moving average. It uses a calculation of the linear regression. There. You see how fast it moves now? It's just astronomically quick, right? Price is below it, price is below it, price is below it, price is below it. It's stuck, and then price opens and closes above it to the downside. Get in for the short. Now, this should only be used as an exit strategy. If you're in a trade and you want to know when to get out, okay? You enter the trade, say here, right here, you enter the trade, and you want to know when you should get out. When do you get out? You get out when the close is below the RSI and the moving average. The close is below both. That means you need to get out. So then you move the other direction. Now the close is above both. Not there, not there, not there, not here. There you go. The close is above the RSI and the linear regression. It's an exit, okay? That's where you can use that. Do not use it to enter, period. Do not use it to enter, okay? That's what that's for. Again, the video's stuck. What the hell's going on here? I don't know what's going on there. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I think I know why. Possibly. Give me a second. Let me do this again. And go right here. Okay. F2 folding. All right. Okay, so it should work permanently now. Not sure why it's doing that. I think I know why it's doing that, but we'll get... I don't need to get into the techno about that stuff. Screen frozen, video frozen, da-da-da-da. So 15 minute and down. Yes, 15 minutes down would be good. All right. So what I'm doing today is I was recalculating the support and resistance on the Heiken Ashi algo. I do not agree with the way that it's currently set up. And that is because I came up with something new in the algo. And you guys are going to love this. So let me go down here. Carlos has already seen this. Mr. C8 has already seen this. I'm going to shut off the stochastic because we don't need it. Oh, stochastic is off. Okay, so it's got these extra features in it. Trend lines. Okay. This is actually, I got to reword this. It's not actually the trend line. I have to change this right now. Pivot low trend line, pivot low. Okay, let me correct something in the code here. Right in front of you guys. Boop. Pivot low trend line. This is actually pivot low. Right there. That's pivot low and pivot low. Now I've got pivot low here. This is the actual trend line here. Right, and here. There. So now, the Heiken Ashi Algo draws trend lines on the RSI on its own. And it'll draw pivot points and their levels. It'll draw pivot point levels on the algo, like for you. That is just insane. Insane stuff. So pivot point is pivot trend line. That's fine. Got that. Okay, we're good there. We're good there. Now save it. Save the code. Get back in here. Okay, let me turn some things off so you guys can understand what you're seeing here. And then I'll go and adjust the code that I need to. Overbought, oversold. I don't need that. Make this a little bit more vibrant, right? Let's make it green, green. And make it red, red. Boop. Turn off this mid-range color somewhere in here. Mid-range background, good. See, it's got some extra coloring. It's actually like fading from the center. It's fading to red, and from the center it's fading to green. Kind of nice. I'm going to adjust that a little bit more. Bloop. Let me see your messages real quick. Pivot points based on daily, weekly, monthly, or chart time frame. Okay, so pivot points are not based on price. The algo is not a price indicator, Raven. It is a momentum oscillator, okay? So these pivot points are based on the swings of the RSI. When you get a higher high, you get a trend line up or down and a pivot point that you need to break. If you get a lower low, then you get that as well in the opposite direction, okay? There you go. Image frozen again. Frozen again? Am I? Really? Damn it. What the hell? Not sure why that is. Oh, I think I know why. Hang on. I got too much stuff going on. Are you still going to incorporate the lat lines you talked about in the past? Lat lines? Latte lines? Oh, yeah. Eric C., what's up? Latte lines. I heard lat lines. What's the matter with me? So the latte lines are turning out to be irrelevant. I don't really need to have those on there. Okay. So I'm actually doing something different. And Eric C., I don't know if you like how long you've been watching, but thanks for coming through. Let me see. Manu, hey, welcome, buddy. Pivot points based. So yes, so Raven, yes, those pivot points are based on the swings of momentum. They have nothing to do with volume. They have nothing to do with price. But if your if your momentum breaks pivots and breaks highs or breaks lows, then yeah, that's when you want to get into your trade. Okay. Not enough coffee. Thank you, guys. I could actually go for a latte right now. So anyway, let me make some adjustments here. Because I want to delete some code in front of you and add some code in front of you. Okay. Let's see. Let me do this real quick. Because what I found out is you get some nice... So after I put in this pivot information, you get some really, really nice information from the algo. Okay. Really cool stuff. Let me turn off the imbalance here. And I'll make this a line so you can see it. And this a line so you can see it. There we go. Moving average. I don't really need that right now. I just need this. Yes, that. Yes. Okay. Think I'm looking at everything correctly. I don't need this. Let's go to the 15-minute. Just because I want to use a 15-minute for now. Not important. Time frame's not important. Let's see here. Eric, been following you for a while. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Eric C. Just starting Pine coding. Hard but fun. So, Bob, if you know CSS, if you know JavaScript, if you know SQL, Pine script is easy compared to that stuff, like dramatically easy. So let's see here. When I came up with these pivot levels, something very interesting happened. RSI here. Okay, now there's the RSI. And let me see here. I don't need this and this for this. So take a look at something and there, nope, that's not it. I'm going to get to that code in a second. That's actually code that I copied from my, what do you call it? My Google Doc. Hey, I saw the pivot point screenshot. Looking forward to the live demo. Thanks, Minnow. So, what's happening here is now it's drawing trend lines to pivot swings, right? So here, you get a pivot point, like RSI moves up, hits this point, starts coming down. It makes a high here, like the RSI comes down and makes a high right here, right? But this trend line doesn't care about that. It looks for an actual high, a nice swing high. This is just a higher low. It doesn't care about this, okay? And you can see here, oh, I don't want to do that. You can see here, price went up to this point and it automatically started coming down, right? And then at this point, the RSI hit and it continued moving down. This is just a change in the trend. This is the trend, and now the trend's getting flat. And then the trend moves the other way. Same thing here. The trend was moving up. The trend was moving up. Then it got interrupted by the RSI, right? The RSI hit it, pushed it down. And then it kept moving here, and then it pushed it down, right? It's telling you what's happening with your trend. You just have to be able to kind of watch it. So you end up having to watch for something very, very particular, right? So look at your RSI, right? Your RSI is coming down. It broke below. Nope, didn't break below. See, this level is not lower than this level. It's not there yet. This one pushes down and it's lower than that previous low. Sorry, here's your low. It's not there yet. Here is your low, lower than that low. Here it moved down. These are not moving down. This one is moving down. And then it moves back up, right? So there's a low. RSI makes the same low, same low, same low, same low. Then it makes a new low right here. This is your entry to the downside. You don't need to try and figure that out. Okay, you don't need to plot all that stuff out. But sure enough, you can see what happens here. This is your entry, like I said, according to the RSI. Fibonacci, swing high to the close of that candle. Get in, get out. Right? Now, is the stream still working? We're still good there? Video still working? Okay. You and your emojis. Okay, you're gonna have to redo the demo. Haha, screen froze. Okay, I'll redo the demo. Here we go. I don't know why it's doing that. You have to figure that out. Must be something else that I have open or something. I don't know. You know what? Let me take my code that I wrote up here. Resistance, this one here. Let me do this. Let me do this. I don't know if my stream is gonna like cut out or not. You guys just let me know. Okay, just let me know. Because I just closed a particular window. I want to make sure it's still good. It's still good? Yep, we're still good. Awesome. I might have few too many things open, and my graphics card is like not happy with it. So anyway. What? Frozen again? No, it's still working. I was just on another screen, sorry. Anyway, so let me show you what's happening here, right? Here's the demo. Let's back up the price. There we go. Go into the replay. Pow, pow. Hope you guys are enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. It's a long day for me. All right, so take a look at what's happening in the algo, right? So something very particular happens here. These are your pivot trend lines. Okay, this red one down here is showing you that you have lower lows. Okay, this green one up here is showing you that higher highs. Okay, it also shows you when you have a lower high. It's not really going to show you when you have a lower high until you get your lowest high. It's really cool. Okay, it only cares when you interrupt your trend. Take a look at this. See how the RSI is coming down, right? It's coming down, it's making a high, it's coming down, making a high. It doesn't care about it, comes down, makes a high, because this high is higher than this high. So it says, hey, here's a point of interest right here. This came down, made a high. It's not higher than this high, so it didn't connect. Comes down, makes a high. It's not higher than that high, so it doesn't connect. Comes down and makes a high. It's higher than this high, so it connects it. And then so on. Makes a high, doesn't care, doesn't care. Price breaks above the previous actual high, right? The actual swing high. There's another swing high back here. You just need to find it. It's back here. So there, this one. This swing low down here. Ends up making that one. Says, okay, boom. You have to imagine it like this. Let's call it price was moving down. Down, 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 down. And then all of a sudden there's so much momentum that it actually got interrupted. Which means at this point when the RSI breaks it, you can trade it long. You can do a long scalp. Only if you are above your trend line, above your moving average, above all that stuff, right? And you obviously would have to be above the order block, like all these other things. And most importantly, you have to be above the midline. So high, 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 and a high. This one is above the midline, and it's above the previous high. So you get a high, and then you get a higher high. What did I say? You need to have a close higher than the previous high. This close right around there, but it does have a higher than the previous high. Everything has to be higher than the previous, and sure enough, this is. You enter here, you go long. What would that look like? Here, swing low, this candle, right? Go to the close on that candle, go to take profit 3. What do we get? Let's take a look. Actually, I am range trading. I have to go to take profit 2. Trade's over right there. That's it. So now, that's pretty cool, right? So it's showing you your trends. So when you start to study a little bit about pivot points, right? Breaks of structure, that's what it's showing you. It's showing you a break of structure. This is market structure. Market structure is coming down, high, low, high, low, high, low, making a high, lows and highs, right? And then it interrupts market structure. It breaks it, and it makes a new structure. Starts going up until the RSI interrupts it and then continues it, right? It moves up here, it continues moving up here. So you must have small uptrend taking place. Then it just dissipates. See? It looks like it just disappears. This comes up and it disappears. It didn't disappear. What it's doing is it's following the RSI and it's waiting for a new high. It needs a new high and it doesn't have one yet. So here's a high. It's not higher than that one. This one's not higher than that one. Not higher. Nothing is higher. Let's just go forward. You should see a new line show up when you get one that's higher than any previous one. There you go. See? This high is higher than this high. So it said, hey, I'm going to connect that one to this one. What is the purpose of doing this? Well, aside from being able to give you, what do you call it? Trend analysis. You can also use this to say, hey, here's my trend line. Trend line. See? Trend line. I broke above my trend line. Did I close above my previous high? I did. I can enter and go to the previous swing high. I can enter here now. And I can look for the previous swing high outside the algo, or the swing high of my other, my other one. Pull this down here, right there. Hang on, sorry. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna pull it back just a little bit. Let's see. See how it follows that trend line a little bit? You can't actually trade this long because it didn't close outside, right? Didn't close outside the range, but let's go. There you go. Caught it. Gets you in a little bit early. You still have to wait for more confluence to take place. So this is a new high. I'm sorry. This is a new high, but you then need to have a higher high. There you go. This one. And then you need a higher high outside of your plus 10. Here. This is the high outside your plus 10. Look at it. RSI is above plus 10, and you got this little line pushing up, which means this is your entry. That's your entry right there. Here's your swing low. Small movement from here. Again, you can now go to take profit 3 because why? Nope, actually no, I can't. I'm still inside the range, so only take profit 2. There. Take profit 2. How's that? Let's see. What's the messages? It's very fun. This is Voodoo. How does this guy come up with this stuff? This is groundbreaking info. Thanks, Raven. This is out of this world. I understand you, Steve. Yep. Yeah, this is some groundbreaking stuff. I actually looked in TradingView at previous indicators, and I was trying to find an RSI with pivots built into it. I've been able to find a pivot indicator. I've been able to find an RSI trendline indicator, but they are so old. Like the newest one is from 2019, and it fails. It's awful. I'm sorry. Well, I can't say it's awful. It doesn't work as well as it should, okay? But this is great. Like, I mean, this is awesome. Because not only does doing this allow you to, Doing this not only allows you to draw your trend lines now, right? You see your trend line starts here, here it is, from here to here, right? Trend line, draw trend line. Go from the close to that low, do that, okay? And since this was a really hard stop, you can also do this. Support level. This isn't necessarily support level unless there's something else telling you it's a support level, okay? RSI moves up, hits this. Resistance. How about a trend line? From here to here, okay? From here to here. Trend line. Now look what happened to price. Let's play it back. I would have drawn my first trend line, right? And I would have had my support level drawn out. I see that I'm close to the support. I'm close to the trend line. This one doesn't exist yet. Immediately I break above that trend line. Now I paint on top of the trend line. I'm above the zero. I'm above the zero. I've got a whole new trend starting. Like it's an obvious interruption of the trend. So I'm like, I gotta start looking for a long position. What's my stochastic say? Stochastic says I'm in a downtrend right now. I have my settings wrong. Hang on. 833 just for this one. There you go. So stochastic is saying it's pushing up here, right? But I don't have a break yet. Still pushing up, still pushing up. It's still pushing up. I get a cross up here. Okay. There, I broke above my trend line. I'm above my trend line. My stochastic is still moving up. Hey, enter a long trade. Go, go. Now you see it turning down a little bit, right? And then it opens up again. So it opened up, right? The stochastic is green now. And my RSI is touching this plus 10. What does that mean? I now have a breakout attempt. See? It's right at the support level. The stochastic and the RSI are both telling me I should be able to break out of this. I want to see the value. There. The value of the RSI is 9.91. So I don't take this one. I need another confirmation. Basically, the close is at the same as my previous swing high. Here's my swing high. Next candle. Goes against me. Goes against me. Hits that support level, right? There must be something there. Stochastic is coming down. Stochastic comes down way too fast. For me, that's way too fast. Now the stochastic is turning back up. It turns up, and I am above my support level. I'm above my trend line. I'm above the new trend line. I'm on top of everything. I'm taking this trade here to here. Let's go. Gonna go to my previous swing high. Long position from here to, let's say, right around there. I'm looking at that trend line where it started. That first one where it started. Okay, because that must be a significant level. Let's go. Done. Done. Let's go somewhere else. Okay. Pow, pow. Let's get it. Now, so these nifty little things, pivot high trend line, pivot low trend line, they are exactly what they tell you they are. They are trend lines. You can use them to draw trend lines. Here's a line. Here's a low one. Here's a slightly higher one. But I don't trust this one because the RSI follows it, and this actually goes this way. From the close to the close. There's your trend line. How much you want to bet that price is going to do this? It's going to go down, come over, touch it, break above it, and go back down some more. Let's see what happens. Price goes up, goes down, goes above. Kind of the same shape, right? Still fairly the same shape. It came down, went up. I thought it was going to go down. I didn't look for the market structure or anything. I was just kind of guessing with it just now. Let's see here. Turn this off. There. But basically, the point is that, yes, it reacted to that trend line that was drawn here. I drew the trend line based on the previous information, but now it's got new info. See? It's actually got new info. It interrupted here. Before, I said, oh, it interrupted over here. Not good. So, you got there, Bob. So you can draw a trend line with the 10 and minus 10, and not only outside the 10 and minus 10. So drawing a trend line within the 10 and minus 10 means you are looking at a continuation trade. Drawing a trend line outside the 10 and minus 10 means you have a interruption. It is just like divergences, Bob. Okay? When you get a divergence that appears, okay, inside of the 10 and minus 10, when you get a divergence that appears inside of there, that is a continuation. That is called a hidden divergence. Hidden divergence is a continuation trend, okay? A regular divergence is a reversal of a trend, okay? So here you can see this moves up, it's outside. There's another divergence that takes place inside here, which is the one that I drew earlier. I just can't find it. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not that great with hidden divergences. I don't really work with them. I don't really do. I don't like them. It's just too much more info. I got plenty of info in my head as it is. I like using regular divergences, right? And here I see I got a high, right? Here's the high. And here's the other high. So what I get here is this high and this high right there. So that's telling me what? Price should fall if this is a high. First, it needs to be confirmed as it's being a high. There needs to be no other highs afterwards. Let's see what happens. Price moves down and it makes a new low. Yeah, closes lower. Yeah, so this should be a move to the downside now. here, extend it to the right, broke above. Now, see, again, I drew it off of incomplete information. It's not the high. This is this is another new high. So probably what? Now it's, here we go. Yeah, so it's still sloped up. We got a high and a higher high, not a high and a lower high. So that being said, here we go. Always wait for a confirmation of a low. I did not have a confirmed low, okay? And you would get that by looking at, you would break below this low. I would need a candle to close below this low. None of them did. You would see that based on the other part of the algo. Pivot high and pivot low trend lines. These are pivot high and pivot low trend lines. But you also need to know what are your pivots, right? Where did I put them? They're in here somewhere. I have to reorganize this since I added this stuff. Did I change the name of them? Trend, RSI, inbound. Oh yeah, they're right here. There we go. And there we go. Just so we can make them different. There. So, interesting thing now. So here, I get a low pivot, right? But look what happens to my candle. The RSI starts following that pivot. This line here, these blue dots, call them a line. I just have them as dots for now. They come down and they touch the tip. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just kind of make them bigger. There and there. Now, here is the most recent pivot level. Okay, it's a pivot level. Your trend line went below the level, but then your RSI went above it. Now, if your close is above that level, you can enter a long position. However, if you get a red candle closing on that level, you know you need to enter low. You see what happens each time you close above that? This is your actual move up right here. This is your move up. This means that the closing price is above the high of the previous swing high. Here's your swing high right here. See, this level was created on this candle, right? Right here. There. Draw a line straight across. There. Okay. Now, what is my closing Heiken Ashi above that line? Not above. Well, yep, that's it. It closes above here. See how the Heiken Ashi candle closes above the dot? Because the pivot level came down to this point. It's no longer here. Now it's here. You closed above that new level. Here, you can enter long. You got a new level. Then it made a new level, right? You need to close above that. Here, you closed above it. You can enter long again. None of these red candles are closing below it. So what I've effectively done is I have taken the theory and science of how to trade pivots and pivot trend lines and turn them into pictures for you guys, okay? You don't need to understand my close needs to be higher than my previous high or close, or the low, or the trend line has to be this way and the RSI has to be that way, and all whatever, man, just really whatever. It's a lot of stuff to remember, right? It's a lot. Now you can just look at it. You just need to know what they're doing, okay? And you can plot these out any way that you want on your chart. All right, put them like that if you want to. So before you get the wrong idea, no, these are not like Bollinger Bands. Flat out. I've already gotten that comment from somebody. These are not like Bollinger Bands. Okay? Absolutely not. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Good. Here's a perfect example. Indicators, right? And this is why I don't like the Bollinger Bands. I do not know how to use them at all. I can't do it. Drives me nuts. Bollinger Bands, right? Look how awful this is. This is the theory for trading Bollinger Bands. I'm going to turn off the color. There. The theory for trading Bollinger Bands is this. And this is a stupid thing that I see on YouTube. It's just disgusting. It drives me nuts. You wait for the RSI to cross below the Bollinger Band and then cross back up, right? You wait for it to cross below and then cross back up. And in doing so, you can trade back to the other band. You can stay in here until you get to the other band. If that were true, look what happens to your price right here. You would enter when it crosses above here, right? You would enter here, there. Let me close this down here. Where do you set your stop loss? Like, where do you put that? The previous swing low over here? Okay. Previous swing low. Well, I don't need you guys to understand what's wrong here. You can already see it. And what am I going to? 1 to 2, 1 to 3? This is the stupidity of YouTube videos, right? 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Well, even go 1 to 5. I'm at 1 to 6, but you can see that this candle is going to stop me out. That is a stupid way to trade. You don't trade Bollinger Bands that way. Okay, great. Now, let's say, I don't know, just try it somewhere else, anywhere else. I'm just picking another spot here. It breaks above, and I want to trade it down to the downside. Okay, great. Taking a short position. It breaks above, and then it comes back inside. Okay, comes inside, and I get in. I don't see that until this candle here. Here's my swing high. Great. And I go 1 to 2. Great. Wonderful. This one works. I did 2 trades just now using that stupid theory, but I didn't tell you about something. Okay, I didn't tell you about something. Like this, it worked. But look at the RSI where I enter. The RSI is above 50. You're not supposed to take shorts above 50. You're supposed to take longs above 50, right? I should only be looking for a long position, which means I can only take it when the RSI is breaking below and it comes above. So that just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. So this is stupid. I don't like this. Bollinger Bands, not my friend. These are awesome. Pivots work. Wonderful. Now, these also give you another little, what do you call it? Another little way to draw your support and resistance levels. Look at this line, okay? Comes down and smashes into the RSI. And the RSI moves through it. See it? Moves through it. Let me get rid of a line for you so you don't have to see it. The other one? No, I want this one. Now you can easily see where your support and resistance levels are. RSI comes up, hits this, moves down the other way. Must be resistance. RSI goes down, hits one, and immediately moves the other way. Right? The fact that you see this means that this price is weak. You should get a break above that. I want to see it break, bounce off and hit something. There we go, right here. There. Comes down. This candle comes down here. So not much support and resistance in this area. One of the ways that I was doing it, and I'll calculate this so it does it automatically. Let me turn off the candles. Is this. See how they intersect? They all hit each other. They all hit each other right here. All the lows. The RSI comes down, cuts through it. So that one's not it. Sorry. That's not it. I want the RSI to go down and bounce off of it. Here. RSI goes down, bounces off of it. Right there. That is support. Actual support. RSI goes down, bounces off it, comes back up. Support. And I'm talking about outside the 10 here. Also support. Pretty much same level as this one. Goes up, bounces off. Resistance. Goes down, bounces off. Support. Now if I look backwards, these lines are respected. Wick hits it, Wicks hits it. A little bit comes below it, right? A little bit comes below it, right? A little bit comes below that trend line. So there's that. What kind of messages we got? So as long as it's above, you can stay in a long trade. Bob, I need a little bit more information from your question. All right. Not sure what you are trying to ask me. Sorry. I was supposed to put something into the algo just a minute ago, and I didn't do it. Nope, not that one. I'm looking at another screen right now, guys. Don't worry, the thing is not, the video's not frozen. So close that thing. One. Okay, here. Let me see. Ah, there we go. There we go. Don't worry, I'm just on another screen. Don't worry about it. Okay, great. There. So, time to plant some code, right? Let's see. There are a lot of places inside the code of the algo where I'll be adding more things like support, study for support and resistance, test of equal RSI, moving average, supply and demand calculations, all this stuff, right? Going long and going short, all that stuff. There's stuff going on in there. It's just not working right now because I'm not done developing it. Let's see. Study for support and resistance, long and short. Boom. Let's go. So this is a code that I wrote earlier. And let me see. There. And I'm going to test this out right now in front of you and see if this works. I'm going to see if my calculation supports the theory. Let me see. Support is a shape label up. Ooh, that's not it. There you go. All right, shape label down is going to be, let me see. Oh, RSI support. Why is that not convenient? What is it saying here now? Undeclarative RSI support. Oops. Here we go. Yeah, thank you. Error on code. You. All right, shape label up, color green. Yep. So the let me see, below bar for the green one, and all right. So support. What am I calling support green and resistance is red? Right. That makes sense, right? Okay, I can go with that. RSU support. Thank you, C8. I can see that. Jerk. All right. Yeah. So I need two things here. I'll get to that in a second. So what is the RSI? I need to know that. The RSI 2. Yeah, I don't remember what I have here. Yeah, I know. There's another issue there. Give me a second. Just kind of looking for something. Nope. No, not there. Oh, I can't put this here, can I? Because the RSI is not yet declared. RSI 1, TRSI. Okay, that's good. There's actually two RSIs in the code. You may not know that. I actually have to move one. Remove one. RSI 2. Plot. There we go. So RSI plot. Nope. Not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. Oh, yeah. Nope. Not it. RSI made 2. Okay, that's what I'm looking for there. Now you guys know why I listen to this crazy ass music. Alright, I think I know what I'm looking for now. I just didn't remember if this is the RSI2 or the RSI. I think it's RSI2. So, what I'm looking for is, here we go. There we go. RSI 2. RSI 2. Ah, moving average. Hang on. 2. RSI 2. Now. So my primary moving average is actually the pivot point resistance. Let me see. It's going to be that one. Okay. That is going to be the pivot low. I think that's right. Pivot low. Trend line. I might have to make an adjustment while I'm here because I can't remember exactly which I wanted to calculate against. Let me see. Doing nurse and stuff, but still listening. Can't watch. No problem, Raven. Let's see now. So my theory is that the RSI has to break and then do that right there against this. So I need to find right. And that's going to be here. Pivot low, pivot high, pivot low trend line. Boom. There you go. Pivot low trend line. That's what I need to find now. 114. Low trend line. Okay, that's going to be here. There. So I need to move this code. This code will not work like this. So resistance is here and support is there. Okay. What am I missing now? Oh yeah, that's right. This won't work until I declare something first. So then buy sell. Okay. Pivots down here. I don't need any of this. This is going to be for the doji setup. We're not worried about that. Order blocks. So one of the things I plan on doing is figuring out how to plot order blocks. It just might say something in the algo for you. That'd be pretty handy. Okay. There. Study for support and resistance. We're good. So I removed the other support and resistance, I believe. C8, I did that in front of you earlier. Yep, this is the only support and resistance in existence right now. Oh, yeah, thank you. RSI 2, pivot high, RSI 2, support and resistance, we're good. I think I'm good. Let's find out. No errors in the code. We're done. It says imbalance. I did not set the display. That's what I need to do. Hang on. Okay. Plot shape. Series, style, location. Oh, that's what I need to do. Shape level down. The color is red. And let me see. Text equals. What is this? Resistance R. Okay. And the text color equals. I don't know. Let me see. We're doing a resistance, which is red, so we'll use a white color. Text color. Oh, I see. Color dot white. Right? There we go. And we'll kind of fade it a little bit so it's not all super harsh to look at. Okay. And then here, text equals. This is going to be support S. Right? Text color will be color dot. Let me see. So this is a what? This is a green one. We're going to go with white. Again, let's try that. You know what? I like black. We'll try the black one. We'll do that. Okay. And so it's not so harsh. Let's go like right over here with it. Bring this down. Okay, we're good. And I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. Display equals display all, right? All. Display. There we go. I got something wrong here. I just don't remember how to do it. Let me try and find that. I'm looking at 274. Okay. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Done. So C8, just so you know, this code, like display all, means it's going to display the image, right? Or whatever you're putting here. But it's saying minus display status line, which means when you display the image, it does not print a value in your status line, taking up extra space over there, like all these numbers, okay? You can actually use this minus display status line to remove values from here that you don't want to show up. That's it. So allegedly the code should be working, but I don't really see anything yet. Color green, there, display all, location below bar. I don't know. Let's find out. The imbalance is still there. I don't want that. MA, okay. Stochastic, this. Oh, it says shapes. You shouldn't be shapes. I don't know why it's showing up as shapes. That's weird. That's its plot shape. So series. Oh. There. Title. Style. Shape. Down. Yep. Location. Bottom. Not a problem. I don't want above bar. I want top and bottom. Bottom. There we go. I think it's trying to show above the bar, like above the price bar. It's just not working when I do that because I'm not doing it on the chart. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's go over here. Reload. I don't see anything yet. I must still have something wrong in my code. Let's see. Shapes. It's still calling shape. I don't know why it's calling shapes. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Plot shape, right? Color, RGB, great. Okay, text imbalance. Text is R, great. Display all, okay. Color, location equals, yep. Style. Shape label down. Okay, shape label up, shape label down. Yeah, see, shapes is not supposed to be showing up like that. I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of, I don't know. It's being weird. So let's do this. Let's turn some things off. Pivot high, pivot low, moving average, all this stuff. Let's just get rid of all this stuff out of the way and see if this is showing the way it's supposed to be showing. Stochastic. Here. Anybody who doesn't want to watch the coding part of this, feel free to tune out. It's fine. This is going to be some weird codes taking place right now. Imbalance and imbalance. Yeah, see, it's not pulling up the imbalance. Not the imbalance. It's not pulling up the what do you call it? Support and resistance right now. Oddly enough, and I think it's because it's looking for something that I may have named incorrectly in the code. Right. So. See, pivot high. Okay. Okay. Now, resistance equals when the RSI is equal to the pivot high. It's equal value of the pivot high and RSI too. So let me just kind of remove this for a second. I may have this backwards. C8, you know what I'm talking about? RSI resistance. What are you showing me here? Needs title. Oh. Text. Oh. Doesn't necessarily... Well, yeah, that'll... Okay. That'll stop it from saying shapes. You're right. Resistance, right? Thanks for that. I don't know why I was forgetting that one. There. And this will say. Okay. Actually, I got this in the wrong place. I don't want to put it there. I want to have like somewhat clean code. There we go. Okay. Now, but the flag is... Yeah, so you're right, C8. I think it's because of the condition, and I'm thinking it's because of this plus and minus 0. Not sure. I may have the condition upside down like I did in the previous one, remember? Let's just try and reverse it and see if it works out. Okay. Which would be really silly, because that means I just kind of, you know, thought it through backwards. And I still don't see them. Come on, there we go. Yeah, see, they should be showing on the top and on the bottom, and they're not. And calculation. So the thing is that the RSI has to be... Oh, wait a minute. Hang tight. I think I figured it out. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Okay. I think I figured it out. Moving up, moving down. Yep, I did. I named the wrong part of the code to look for. That's it. So it should not be looking for pivot high. It should be looking for the other moving average, right? So let me go in here. Pivot. Okay. I'm looking for the plot. Okay, there. Okay, for pivot. Okay. So I want to plot pivot high, pivot low. Don't care about that. Pivot low trend line. That's what I'm looking for. I think I'm supposed to be looking for this, my friend. There we go. So, oh, it's right there in front of me. Duh, stupid. There we go. And then this one. Okay. And let me put this back. And this one. Okay. Let's see. Boom. That's showing me it's a condition. Well, I hope this works. Hey, look at that. Resistance and support. But I think it's showing upside down. I think it's showing upside down. Got it to work. Moving average, pivots, resistance. Nope, I don't want resistance. Imbalance right here. Okay. All right, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. There's always something about the, you know, about the code. Overbought, oversold. Let me just clean this up so we can actually see things nicely, right? This would be really cool if it works in front of you guys. Then I won't feel so bad. Let me just turn off this background stuff too. I don't need that. Look at that. That's sweet. That's great. I like how that worked. All right, so it's showing resistance, right? No, actually, no, that is right. I think that is right. Comes up, shows resistance, comes up, shows resistance, and then it just kind of moves up a little bit. Okay, all right. Let's see. I was thinking that I had support and resistance reversed, right? Like this is actually supposed to be resistance and it's up here. So I want to see, like, I mean, I might, not sure. But the way it plots out, look. You see how the pivot level is right there? Okay, let me just kind of beef that up for you a little bit. Turn this into a line, turn that into a line. There. Right. Let's get rid of the candles. Or not. There. So, price was coming down, boom. Hits support. Price coming down, hits support. That's pretty cool. So then you could say support level. Support level. Resistance level, right? Now you got a range. Here's your range. There's your range. What happened to your imbalance? Imbalance, imbalance. So you entered into this range, right? And then you got imbalance. So what happens then? Imbalance goes back to resistance. Trade goes up. Right there. Imbalance goes back to support. Imbalance, right, goes back to support here. And it falls down right to support. Isn't that lovely? You get support, then you get imbalance, and it's basically saying, hey, go back to your support level. Yeah, that's basically what it's saying. You get an imbalance, go back to your support level. Go back to your resistance level, whatever, right? Let me wipe everything off here. Okay, everything's deleted. This is the most recent resistance level here. Okay, right here. I'm sorry, at the top of the candle. That's the most recent resistance level, right? The reason I'm saying that is because here, way over here, okay, I get imbalance. So doesn't that mean I can go from here to here? What does price do? Nope, didn't make it. So there's still something else in my calculation or assumption that I have to find. Either way, it does a really good job so far, doesn't it? Let's see what we got. It's not showing maybe because of the condition. Yeah, I already got that. Hold on. Oh. There we go. This. Oh, Jesus. All right, C8. Just to let you know. YouTube just notified me that somebody cursed in the chat room. Watch the language, guys. It won't make your messages show up if you use bad words. That's funny. All right, so yeah, so now you got actual support and resistance. See, support and support. That's pretty cool. So what I want to know is this. Watch this. Now let's adjust this code just a little bit more. It came down, moved up here. But here it's saying it gets support again. And I don't believe that because I don't think I want this indication to show up when the RSI is inside the range. I did the imbalance wrong? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Do it to the last support. You're right. You're right. It's only going to the last support. The color of the imbalance is irrelevant. That's why. Not to the future one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, C8. That's great. So I see that price is coming down. The trend is coming down. It meets support, right? This is coming down. This is coming down. Everything is coming down. It meets support. Great. Here's support. But then it says it gets support here too. Well, that's telling me that basically it was coming down here and it met minor support. And I mean, I don't know. It's just basically saying got support and then resistance here. So let's just kind of figure this out here. From here to resistance, right? Right. Oh, they're right in the same line as each other. Because, hey, oh, look at that. Watch carefully. The price level for my support here is here. The price level for my resistance is here. Okay. There it is. I thought I marked the wrong. I must have marked the wrong candle a minute ago. So here. So that's that, huh? How you like that? So you get support, price bounces up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you get support, price bounces a little bit, right? RSI dips below, comes back up. There's probably a downtrend right here. Yeah, there is. Look. It's a downtrend. How do you like that? Here's my... I'm going by this point right here and this point right here, right? See, I'm just connecting these 2 points. This one and this one. That's all I'm connecting right now. Okay, I want to go here. Do that. Extend it to the right. Boom. Not too shabby. This moves up and it meets support right there. Okay, pretty cool. Then it meets resistance. Okay, cool. Then it meets support down here. Okay, I see. But it did not break this zone. I want to figure out how to calculate this zone. There's something particular about this zone. What I want to know is what happens if I remove the support and resistance that appear inside the middle of the algo. How about that? Let's go in. All right, so basically the, what did you say? The condition is the RSI has to be equal to the pivot high trend line, and the RSI2 has to be greater than 0. Okay, so this is going to be for resistance, right? That means it was moving up and it met resistance. What if we say RSI2 has to be greater than plus 10, RSI2 has to be less than minus 10. That means it's not going to care about anything that happens inside the range, right? It only cares about resistance above plus 10 and support below plus 10. This will also help you probably in detecting the initial move of a divergence reversal. Let's see. We're off. Let's go. Pow. Come on. Pow. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do the thing right here. All right. Now, you can see support and resistance have been diminished. Okay, let's turn some things off. And of course, you will not have to turn all these things off when I have the final version done. A lot of these things just won't even be here. Okay, you'll have to turn them on at your own will. Let's get rid of the imbalance. Pivot high, pivot low, support and resistance. Imbalance is gone. Stochastic. Get rid of that. Guys, don't feel bad if you're going to be tuning out. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay. Not a big deal. It's just a YouTube video. We're all right. Stochastic, stochastic, RSI. Let's kind of be able to see that. No, that's all right. That's fine. Yeah, let's see that. All right, moving average. I don't want to have that on. Support and resistance. Okay. I guess we're kind of set up. I guess it's kind of clean enough, right? See what's going on here? Just want to check all my stuff. Boom. There. Okay. So now it's saying, let's do this the right way. Here. Now it's only saying, look. I'm still here. Just want to make sure things are still working. Nope, it didn't work. Boop. There we go. Now we're working. All right, sorry about the freeze. We're good. There we go. All right, and we're back. So, yeah, there's all that, right? Okay, so I got... Now, it doesn't tell me about this resistance here, which is strange. It doesn't tell me about resistance there. It tells me about resistance here. Oh, that's why, because there's no resistance here. That's even better. That's a little better. This is a support and resistance level, but it is not a strong enough level. That's pretty cool. So let's see. So now you get a nice support level here, right? You get another one here, support. And it's nice because it prints and right away price moves away from it. You get support, price moves away from it. Okay, good. And then here you get resistance, right? You get resistance here. Okay. Probably too much activity going on, right? You get resistance right here, another resistance right there. And you can see resistance, resistance, right? And it's getting lower. It's getting lower. You probably have to break below your previous trend line, right? Or your previous pivot level. Another resistance right here, all the same. So you get resistance here, same thing. Resistance here, all the same. Look at that. Price is the same, pretty consistent. I get no support. No support until here. I get support. Same in the area. Okay, and here you get resistance. Breaks through though. So I may have figured out how it will tell you when it will break through support or resistance. When the RSI meets the pivot levels and it has the same value, everything has the same value, all three of them have the same value, that it moves up, and that means resistance. But if the next RSI value is higher than this, that's the breakout right there. Okay, here they're all the same level, but then here it breaks out. The RSI is higher, and sure enough, it breaks out to the upside. Let's see what it does. I don't know what it does. I have no idea what it does. It's trying to print support, indications. It's not able to do it. Really bad ranging area. Okay, finally gets resistance here. Finally gets resistance. Let's see what this marker looks like. Here's resistance. Here's the other resistance. Right? There. Resistance, resistance. I see a couple of candles with a really strong wick out the bottom, right? Like a nice rejection. Price is climbing. It's following that resistance area, right? Followed it for a little while and then fell down. And it's still respecting the other support and resistance levels. Let's see. What's the message? Why it didn't draw a support on that huge drop. Okay. You're talking about this drop here, right? I guess you're talking about that drop right there. Because the value has to be the same. The RSI value has to be the same on all three indications, right? I guess it has to be the same on all three indications, but we can take a look. We can take a look. Thanks for bringing that up. Let's see. Image frozen. Again, image frozen? Come on. Forkin, Sorkin, Torker. Let's see. Here. Yep, frozen. There. All right. Thank you. We're good. Let me close this and close this. Okay. And close that. There. So let's see what we have now. Pivot low trend line, pivot high trend line. Good. It's just registering the value of the pivot low trend line and the pivot high trend line. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I see that it missed this one. It looks like pivot high. There's a pivot low trend line right there. It did not draw it on the close here. It's the same value here on the low one. Okay, so it looks like it's missing the support levels right there. It's not plotting them. It is, however, plotting the resistance. So it looks like, yes, so support is plotted here, just not there, right? Okay. Okay. There. RSI in this. 2020. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. Pivot high trend RSI2 is here. Is greater than plus 10. RSI2 is less than minus 10. This is strange. There is something different about the code here, or something wrong with the calculation, and I just can't seem to figure it out right now. So pivot high trend line is going to be resistance when that is there, and the RSI2 is greater than 10. That's fine. Oh, wait a minute. RSI2. Wait a second. Hang on. I may have figured it out. Hold on. and less than. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so it's not catching these short ones right here. Not sure why that is. Let's see here. Pull this up, RSI2, and the pivot low, like that's right there. They are the same value. They're the same value. Okay, same value again. Same value again. Oh, nope, that's above. That's fine. Okay. Oh, I see why. Okay. So I won't do it there. It's not if, it has to be a new low, not a preceding low. So, where's my support? There. The close is lower than the previous low. The close is lower than the previous low. I end up getting support. Support, close is lower than the previous low. Here, the close is not lower than the previous low. That's why it's not doing it. That's why. So the answer to your question seems to be the close is lower than, no, it's not. So it's not actual support. That's why. Okay, I have your answer. Bloop. I don't know why the image is freezing. It's kind of strange. I don't have any extra things on right now. Image is frozen. Look, you weirdo. Anyway, so I have the answer to your question, C8. Why is it not drawing support here? Why is it not doing it? Because this is not actually support. It's not support. It's just an exhaustion of the trend. It just got exhausted. Like I said, carefully, listen. The close of the candle has to be lower than the previous low. Okay? Has to be lower than the previous low. This close is not lower than this one. This wick would have to be up here for it to print a support level. So if I look back here, let's see if that works out. Yes, see? This candle, Heiken Ashi candle, the close is down here. The low of the previous candle is way up here. That's why you get support. So this is an actual support. The other ones are not support. They are simply the place where price moved down. It got exhausted, and it moved back the other way. That's it. It's not support. Which means this, if I draw this out as a low, two things happen, okay? You should be able to see price move back to this area and just easily go right through it, and it does. Small candles go through it. See, small candles went through this level. Not a big candle. A big candle started afterwards. So small candle went through there. Also, you should be able to see large candles come back down through it very easily. See? Candles go through it very easily. It's a level on the RSI, but it is irrelevant to support and resistance. So if price gets down to this level, it should fall through it pretty easily. Let's see what happens. Boom. Look at that. Yeah, that's awesome. I like the way that works out. Look, it came back down here again, and it did not draw a support level. Didn't draw one. Or a resistance level. Yeah, support level, sorry. That's interesting. Support and balance, great. Even in price action, it does that. Yes, it does. That's what I keep saying. Volume creates momentum. Momentum moves price. If you have a sudden stop of momentum, your price will come to a screeching halt. But if you have a slowing down of momentum, right? A slowing down here. Price comes down, makes a low, goes up a little bit. Price comes down, makes a low, goes up a little bit. But it keeps moving down, okay? It's not a sudden stop. There's no There's no halt here. You need to have a reversal, something to reverse all of this momentum, okay? Here, and just kicks up a little bit, right? Here, it kicks up a little bit. But price, see how you get a low here, but you get no support. So this is not an area where you want to draw support. It means nothing. Look at the price. Goes right through it. Comes up. It's just kind of wavering around it. This is irrelevant, this area. It just means nothing. See? It falls right through it. It doesn't mean anything. It comes up and it tests it, and it's like, yeah, whatever. It's just grabbing liquidity off of this candle. This is grabbing liquidity off of this candle. These few candles. And it falls down. So that has nothing to do with anything. That's pretty cool. All right, so there it is. Your algo now draws support and resistance levels for you. How you like that? And we did it live. So let me see. What are these two marking out? See, this is kind of nice. It draws resistance here. It doesn't draw resistance here. That's nice. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being serious. It draws resistance here and resistance here, right? There you go. Look at that. Your resistance gets broken, right? Swing high through your resistance. Take profit 3. There. Pretty cool. And then price actually reverses. We could draw the support lines also in price action. Mass, support, and resistance. Yes, actually. So since the algo is a particular type of indicator, I can take everything. I can take all of the code of the algo, okay, and I can put it inside the Mass Effect moving average. It can exist in there without messing up the chart. It'll do that. As a matter of fact, the Mass Effect moving average can incorporate the code of anything, of any indicator, which is why inside the Mass Effect moving average, you have the ability to set MACD settings in there. You won't see the MACD showing up. It won't plot them. But what it does is it allows you to create a background telling you what the MACD is doing. Dynamic trend. Here, dynamic trend. Nope, sorry, not dynamic trend. Sorry. You want the background. So the trend background is based on the MACD settings. So let me go here. 12, 26, and 9, right? Okay, so that means if it's crossing, if it's going up, it's green. If it's going down, it's red, usually, right? So let's put this down here. Let's put a MACD on the chart. Okay. Let's go here. 12, 26, and 9, right? Now, I can't fill the colors on this one. I can't do it. So I might as well just use the Bull Bear Power Void. P Void, right? See, there is a MACD type setting in here. 12, 26, and 9, okay. We'll fill the colors there. Let me see what's happening. Am I still? Yeah, we're good. What's your comment there? We could draw support and resistance with the calculations. Yes, we could do it with the calculations. That's right. So let me turn this off. This, right? Let me just turn everything off here. Everything off. See the MACD and this, right? Now you can see the fill colors. You know if it's moving up or down. Okay. Now, what happens here? If this is moving up, this should be green. If this is moving, well, if this is moving down below 0, this should be red, right? Okay. Nope, wrong one. Here. There. I have two background things. Volume, background here. Now, there you go. So you can see that this is red, right? Moving down, skips up a little bit, right? Crosses up, goes blank, blank, blank. And then it continues to the downside. So this is showing you momentum of the MACD. Boom, down. Here, it's crossing up, but the signal line is not above. The signal line is not above the midline yet. It's not there until you get to this candle. Green background. Now you know you should be looking for longs. In other words, you have upward momentum. I'm going to recalculate this so that it's just above and below. I don't care about being below the, what do you call it? Midline. It's irrelevant. So that's something I ended up doing wrong on the bull bear power void. And so here, there. Right. Got a bunch of those. Let's go here. That's a little bit less. Okay, background G, signal, signal, there. Signal is above 0, Bullet A. Say a crossover max signal, okay, and okay. And signals above 0, nope, don't need that. Don't need that. So, I need to color the background. When a MACD is above the signal, great. MACD up. Okay, don't need that. Nope. Nope. There we go. Volume trend background. I think that's what I'm looking for, right? Volume trend background. Yes, that's correct. So, volume trend background. MACD is above the signal and the signal is above 0. Don't care about that. So let's do this. I'm going to edit this right now. Right? Boom, boom. MACD is above the signal. Don't care about that. MACD is less than a signal. There. Let's go. Pow. New background colors. Did I not do it? Yes, I did. Okay. I must give report, end my shift, and drive home. If y'all are still on when I get home, I'll see you then. I'll be sleeping like 10 minutes, bro. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. So, yeah, Carlos, man, you've been on for a while. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here. Okay, good. Now the background color is a little bit different. Okay, go over here. Let's work this out. Bar this. Just taking everything off. I don't want to see anything here. Just want to see volume trend. Yes, that's the one I want to see. I don't want that. This, there. Volume trend. What do I have on here? Something else is kind of still messing with me here. Oh no, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I'm looking for volume trend background, right? Okay, yes. Delta support, resistance, not doing anything of that. Okay, there. And it's still 12.26 and 9, right? 12.26, 9. There. So now this should be giving you an uptrend here. Nope, it's not. I did something wrong here. There, that's the one I want. There. So here, automatically, it's saying, hey, look for longs. Look for shorts. Look for longs. But you probably should have a EMA on here. 20, 50, 100. Okay? 20, 50 overall. Let's go. Let's go to, I don't know. Let's pick something. US dollar. Nah. There. Euro USD. It's got an okay flow to it. Look at that. Look at that. Get into an uptrend. It's green in the background. Get into an uptrend. The color's not that nice, is it? Let me adjust that color. I have to adjust the color a different way. Uptrend, downtrend. There. Sorry. There. Got this one. Yeah, see, I don't like that color. I want to do this to it. Get a little bit darker. Okay. And the red one. Actual red. Okay. Save that. Go to my chart settings. Take off the gradient. There. That's a little bit better. I still have to make some adjustments, but at least it's telling you something nice here, right? You see that you should not be looking for long positions here. Automatically, it's telling you don't look for long positions because your price is your background is just not happy with what's going on. Just kind of turn some things off. Exit long, background, labels, line fills. There, turn all that off. Exit short, exit long. There. So you break above, right? You break above, you got a green background. Stay in your long position. Now you should consider getting out of it. Get back in your long position, maybe. Depends on where your trend line is, or your support and resistance, whatever the case may be. This is giving you a clear indication that you're in a downtrend, right? And you would probably have to wait for volume to break to the downside, and you have to break below your average price, right? So let's see what happens with volume here. Just with volume, right? Columns and high time frame columns. Let me shut the MACD off over here. MACD trend and the MACD. Right? Right here, it changes over, but you don't get an actual move to the downside until right there. Where's your high time frame volume? We're looking at the 15-minute. I want to set this for 15-minute to 30-minute. There we go. I'm not seeing my high time frame. Why not? Oh, I didn't turn on the high time frame. That's why. There you go. So you get a changeover right here, breaks below. But this is not really your entry for the short, right? This is just basically saying you got an interruption. Okay. You break below. And then here you get your first volume candle, red candle with a red candle, right? Red bar with a red bar interrupting the green. That's basically saying, hey, right here, this is your entry, bro. That's your entry. Your background is even confirming it. Your background's red. Wait until this turns red. Let's go. Where's your swing high? Where's your swing high? Right here. That's one of them. Right there. Pull it down. If you went for the other swing high, like the tallest blue candle, the tallest blue candle is this one. Is that it? Yeah, tallest blue candle is this one. If you went for this one, you could probably catch down to another level. Oh, tallest green candle. I'm sorry, tallest green candle, not blue one. Tallest green candle. So that would be this one. Tallest green candle right there. Here. Go to your same entry candle right there. Right there. And it puts you right at that support level right there. Done deal. All right, guys. So it looks like we got this thing to work. I'm going to close that out. And I'm really happy about that. That's cool. Looks like we got support and resistance, actual support and resistance showing up properly on the chart, right? It's support here and support here, which is pretty cool. Which means that everything between this area and this area is irrelevant. There's no support in that area. And that's pretty cool. Let's test it on a 1-hour chart. Let's go over here. Let me turn off that background because we don't need that. And I like my gradient a little bit. Solid gradient. I just like a little bit different color. Okay. On a 1-hour chart now. Support and resistance really far out from each other. Let's go here. And here. Price comes down, meets support. As soon as that candle closes and you get support. Oh, right here. Get support. Okay. Support and you break down below it. Okay. There. Support. And what happens? Price, the momentum continues carrying it down. And it brings it right back up to that same level. That's pretty nice. Gets you right back into that same trade level. Here. Always, what's the line? What line? You see a line? There are no EMAs on the chart right now. Oh, you mean this one? Wait. This one. Yes. That is the... it is just a dynamic colored version of an EMA. That's all. Okay? That's all it is. And in this case, it is a... Here. It is a 20-period EMA. So if I change it to a 50-period EMA... Okay? Change it to a 50. Now it matches the 50-period EMA. Go on. Print. Play. Whatever. Let's go. Let's go here. There. Hey, where's my 50? Am I not showing it? I turned it off, didn't I? Yep, I did. Dynamic trend. And if I turn on my 50-period EMA, EMA 2, there. They're right on top of each other, right? It's just a dynamic version of the same EMA line. That's all. That's all it really needs to be. And it just helps some people, you know, when you get into like using the trending background and stuff like that. So for example, here, the background is red. I'm sorry, the background is green. Your candles are red. And you're just waiting for everything to be red. Here, okay, get in for your short. Here, it's not lining up the right colors. Not lining up the right colors, right? Because you're not above your previous high. Here, breaks above the previous high, you know, green background, green candle, get in for the long. And that's just from a visual standpoint. So, I mean, if I skip forward, not red, right? It's not red. See what happens. I'm waiting for it to get there. I see the RSI is dropping. Getting a small interruption. I'm waiting for a close below that. There we go. So now I get a close below it. RSI is all the way down here. It rejects off of it. I don't get support, right? So now I get a retest. That's the retest. I need to close below again. Here is a support level, roughly. This is another strong one right here. Price came up. Okay, you can see that level is the same as the retest closed right there. Okay, I need to get below my 50. I'm above. Still going up. Yep. Okay, I'm taking this to the upside. From here to there. I get a high. This high. This high is higher than this high. So this is a take profit 2. Get in. Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? I'm not using any kind of like real theory here. Just nothing. It didn't work. Didn't even go to take profit 1. Probably because of the divergence that I didn't even notice. Either way. Let me do this thing here real quick. I don't need to keep recording. Stop recording. Good. All right, so I was recording this, by the way, guys. Just recording this. So where are my support and resistance levels now? They don't show up as often on a 1 hour time frame. Okay. But it does plot out some decent levels for resistance, right? Resistance here, resistance here. Look at that. Same spot. It works best on, looks like, on a smaller time frame. Oh, this is a support level down there. See? Right down there. It was hiding. Hiding. Another one there. And then we got resistance here. There. Okay. Not bad. So this resistance level, price kept banging around, but then it met it with authority and it moved off of it. Finally needed a big candle to get through it. That's what I'm saying. The, what do you call it? Support and resistance levels that show up inside here are not actual support and resistance. It's the ones that are above and below plus and minus 10. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to code something in the algo so that when it actually sees what would be support and resistance inside here, what it's going to do instead, it's going to give you a marker of a breakout or a continuation, because that's what I think that is going on there. And C8, like you said earlier, when it sees support resistance in here, is usually a continuation, because that is a hidden divergence. For example, you see one here and here, right? Price is moving down, okay? And price continues to move down. And then what? We need to see another one here. Price moves down, but it's above, right? We need to be moving up. You need a you would need a RSI value to come down here, and then an RSI value to bounce a little bit higher, right? So I'm just looking for one now. Here it is. Here to here, right? Here to here. Sorry. I need one below and one above. That's what I need. So I'll have to like look further into this and see how that plays out, because here I have one below and one above. But I need to find like where it's going to show up and how it compares to the, what do you call it? How it compares to an actual divergence, because in doing this, it'll help you understand exactly when to get into your divergence trade instead of waiting for the move to start. It's real nice that you would have a divergence indicator say, hey, you have a divergence. Great. We all know that we need to wait for a certain period of time to actually enter into that trade. So this version of the algo is coming out next week. So if you guys want to get your hands on it, make sure that you follow me on TradingView, and you know how to find me on TradingView. Same name as you find here. Okay. Just look for me on TradingView at Coffee Shop Crypto. Follow my profile. Ends up looking like this. Hey, where is it? Profile. There we go. Follow my profile. You're going to see a bunch of stuff in here. There's some private things in here. Obviously, you can't see those because you won't be able to. And, just other ideas and information that I put in my, that I put into my profile, where you guys can learn how to do certain things, like how to set certain alerts for ranging areas, my idea for setting an automatic fib level, drawing the support and resistance off of volume, just a lot of different things in here. And of course, anytime you see something in here that you like, make sure you hit the boost button, okay? Because that helps bring all of my ideas to the front page of TradingView. And that's it. Helps keep them popular. Also, in my scripts, you can see all of the scripts that are black. These are the ones that you can actually get: the Heiken, Ashi, Algo, the Coffee Shop Crypto Harsey, and the Bull Bear Power Void. That's all I've done. And that's it. All right, peeps. I think I'm going to be getting, getting some sleep. And Eric is doing magic to us all. Yep, thank you. C8, hope you get some sleep too. It's late for you. Can't wait for the website. Yes, the community is going to be wonderful. All right, people. See you the next time on this Algo channel.